Hello everybody and welcome back to the final episode of this season with Torslanda in the Swedish First Division South. The third tier of Swedish football potentially could be our last game in charge of Torslanda, a club which has reignited our career after a poor start at Berwick. Let's go out and let's try and give these last two games a bit of justice. So, we're here for the first game against Ljungskile, and we've got Sjöberg in goal, Fundal Ryberg, Skog, Nasia, Landholm, Olsen, Brahimi, Eriksson, Lindroth, Samiqui and Kettler. Both strikers on 11 goals. Samiqui started 9 games. He could finish our top scorer. That'd be really weird. But, for some reason that wasn't submitting the team. I'm not sure what I just did. The team's now submitted. I broke something, I'm not sure what. But they've got the 4-2-2-2, which we see so often. I mean, we've played this a million times. There's no point in going through it. No names that we recognise. Eventually we'll get one. He looks like... That's a badge I recognise, but I don't... Okay, maybe it's not. It sort of reminded me of the Colchester badge, I think? I don't know. It looks familiar, whoever it is. But let's get underway, and hopefully we can have a good win out here today. Not a great start. Anton Eriksson's injured within, the 11th minute. So we'll bring on Massey. We'll confirm the substitution. It's a straightforward swap. He plays there naturally anyway, so it's not the worst thing in the world. We've been dominant. We've just not seen any of it. Yeah, we've had loads of shots, and they've all been, well, about half of them have been on target, but they're not goals. But there is a highlight here. They pumped the ball forward, though, and they're going to be coming forward, and they've scored. This isn't good. I mean... Our defence just didn't exist. I think our high line's a little bit high sometimes. Yeah, Skog got completely caught out, and Ackerman just ran at us. It was very easy for him, and yeah, Sjöberg did nothing to even attempt to stop it. And I've had my camera turned off this whole time. That's not great, but it's not great all around, really, is it? From a video standpoint, from a game standpoint, everything's a little bit all over the place. But there is a highlight. Kettler's on the ball. He looks to whip it in. Samiqui with the header. And we are back to 1-1. Immediately striking back. We don't give up in games. We fight back very, very well. And Samiqui makes himself our top goal scorer, despite this being his 10th appearance. It's weird. But it's a good ball in from Kettler. A confident header. Easily past the keeper. He had no chance of stopping that. And yeah, it's a great goal. It puts us back at 1-1. Hopefully now we're in a position to try and fight for a winner. We didn't really deserve to go behind. It was just a couple of mistakes in one sequence. But a corner here. Brahimi puts in. Kettler's on the ball. Maybe we can find something. Jonathan Olsen in a little bit of space. Makes his way to the byline, but the cross isn't good enough. He's back in possession now though. Nasia... Well, he tries to do something, but I don't really know what. And now they're the ones with the ball who are going to look to push forward. And this Fundal Ryberg even picks it up very nicely, gives it to Landholm. And we have a chance here to rebuild, restart an attack. As Jonathan Olsen pumps forward, Kettler's on it. Can he strike? Oh, he's saved by the keeper. The angle was just too narrow. The arrow, yeah, that's what I meant. But we do have a corner from it. Brahimi's on it. He's going to whip it in, but... Well, you don't imagine it's going to result in anything, really. These don't normally. But Brahimi on the ball, gives it to Lindroth. Massey, Kettler, just couldn't control the ball. His touch was a bit too heavy and it just was easy for the keeper to pick up. Still 1-1, but we're showing good signs. We have a throw-in. Fundal Ryberg takes, give to Samiqui. Well, we've at least got the ball, which is a good start. It means we can try and build something. As Brahimi pumps up, their keeper gets it. We're quite good at winning these balls when their keeper throws it or launches it up the pitch, so it's not the worst thing in the world. Let's see if we can do it this time. Skog goes up for it, misses it, but Nasia claims. And we're back in possession. Jonathan Olsen tries for a long ball, doesn't work out, but Lindroth wins the second header. Kettler on it. Well, he's passed it to Landholm, worked his way out of that quite nicely. Brahimi back to Landholm, whips in across to Samiqui on the back post. He scores his 13th of the season. Where were you all season? I'll tell you what you were. You were on the bench because I weren't playing you, despite the fact none of our strikers were particularly playing well. Huge regrets right now over how I've utilised Samiqui this season. Since we've started starting him, he hasn't missed a beat. He's been absolutely electric. 13 goals in 9 or 10 starts, this is. This means that regardless of how many goals he scores from now on, he's scored more goals than he's played games. Or games started, anyway. Because, yeah, there's only one game left. But... Fundal Ryberg on the ball. Jonathan Olsen back to Fundal Ryberg. Can we get a third maybe? No, they're in possession. Pumped it up. Goal scorer Ackerman on the left flank. There's a man in the middle. Tried to cross it in, but Nasia confidently out there to claim. Heads up to Kettler, who's dropped very deep to collect this ball. Working hard in the defence as well. making sure he's there for the build-up as Massey pumps up to Samiqui. He's looking to beat the defenders. He strikes and hits the post. It goes off the back of the keeper, out for a corner. Maybe a chance for a third just before the half-time whistle. Brahimi puts in. Jonathan Olsen, well, he keeps it under control, keeps us in possession. He's brought down. We get a free kick. It's going to be indirect, so there's not really a chance for a direct shot, but we can potentially put a ball in. In my mind, that should be a booking if you're in that advanced area of a pitch, but oh well, Brahimi's going to try for the cross. It was dreadful. Ball's pumped out, and I imagine that's going to be the last of this before half-time. So, yeah, we'll go into half-time with the lead, 2-1. 21 or 22 shots, 11 on target. That's pretty decent. They've only had the 2 shots, one of which resulted in their goal. It's not too bad, really. We've kept them shut out quite nicely. I'm pleased how things are going. The goal was disappointing. It was, you know, it was a series of errors, really. Skoog and then Sjoberg, and then we didn't really drop back far enough. But other than that, we've played very, very well. And, you know, basing your opinion off of one set piece, or one set play, sorry, would be silly. So, they do have a corner here. Speaking of set pieces, we are bad at defending them. And don't we just want to show it? Jonathan Gustafsson scores his 5th of the season, assisted by Linus Dahl, and, well, we've conceded a lot from corners. This won't be the worst goal we've conceded from a corner all season, I'll tell you that much, because, well, there were much more important games than this one where we dropped points. But we're back to 2-2, but we've been dominant throughout the game. There's still plenty of time for us to get another goal, pull ourselves back into the lead. Hopefully we can do that. We have a corner then. Brahimi's going to take it, and corners that start the highlights are normally a good sign, but they've cleared, and well, they're running onto it. The ball curved. That was weird. They're on it. We've got too many players closing down the ball, and nobody in the middle. This is very dangerous. It goes into the middle. Fundal Ryberg, well, he tried, bless him. He tried, but it fell straight to Chauget, and he just, well, it was easy. I mean, look, this is the problem here. I pointed out even as it happened. Everyone swarmed the ball. No one with any positional awareness. Fundal Ryberg, when he was tracking back, managed to get at least a touch on it to stop the immediate shot, but it fell straight to Chauget. And, yeah, the goal was simple, really. We're behind. I'm not having that. Although, apparently I am for a little bit because, well, there's another highlight. Nasia's on it. Can we try and build? Can we get an equaliser so we can push for a winner? The ball up to Samiqui is very, very good from Landholm, who strikes. The ball's saved. Falls to Kettler, though. Slots away the rebound very nicely. It's his 12th of the season. He's had a decent year, much better than last year, it has to be said. And, well, this ball from Landholm was absolutely cutting. Split the defence. Samiqui's running for it. He takes the strike. It's saved, but Kettler's there to score the rebound. Tying us back up at 3-3. I still think changes are needed. I think, well, we can't have a 6.4 staying on the pitch, can we? Oh, we haven't got... Oh, of course, Avdiu's still injured. Furholm Lemborn, then, is going to be the man to come on. And I think that's going to be it, to be honest. I'm quite happy with how both strikers are playing, and I think these midfielders are just the best options we have, especially with already having bought on Massey. This just makes sense to me. So, let's let this tick on. Let's hopefully... 20 minutes to go, plenty of time. We can hopefully grab a winner. Now, I don't know if this is a real highlight or if it's just because I made changes. I'm really not sure. So, we'll see what happens through it. They've pumped it up. We're in possession of the ball. Nasia pumps up. And Kettler, well, potentially on it in an advanced area there, but they cut it out. Landholm's on the ball, though. Brahimi to Jonathan Olsen. We're looking to build. We're doing all right with this. Landholm's on it. Gives it to Brahimi. We're taking our time. It's nice. We're working it patiently. Lindroth's on it. He's not... Well, the change hasn't happened yet then. The ball goes over to Samiqui, and he's offside, unfortunately. This was a pointless highlight. I'm probably not going to show that, but if I do, hi. Goal kick to them. Larson pumps up. Come on, let's win this. Let's win this, please. Yes, Landholm pumps back up, and we've gave it away again. Okay, close him down. Force a mistake. Oh, no, the long ball to Chauget is good. They're in possession. They play forward, and, well... Hold on, I'm just looking... Can anyone see any glue on Sjoberg's line? I'm just trying to figure out why he didn't pick up that ball. Come on, Sjoberg, mate. I mean, right, I'm never going to pretend to be a goalkeeping expert, right? And nor do I know the ins and outs of Sjoberg's ability. He could have got that ball. He could have came while that ball was all the way out here, right, in this sort of area, bouncing around nicely when it was clear that Ackerman was running for it. None of our defenders were going to get there. He could have came out and claimed that so easily, and he didn't. And then he just... Whee! That was his attempt at a save. If we do leave Torslanda, I won't be sad to see the back of Sjoberg. He's not... I don't know. I don't know why I've kept playing him over Asmar, to be honest. I liked Asmar. At least he didn't disappoint me. I expected nothing of him, and he gave me something. It was quite nice. There's a highlight here, though. Brahimi. Oh, Gustafsson cuts that out. That was poor, really. Not good enough. And they're in possession again. Well, Ackerman's through on goal, and well done, Sjoberg. You did something right. As Jonathan Olsen wins the ball, they go for the tackle back. He's already on a booking, and Carlin is going to get himself sent off with 7 minutes to play, plus added time, of which you'd imagine there'd be a decent amount. Brahimi's going to take a free kick. It goes over the bar. Close, but not quite there. Will there be anything in these dying minutes? There is a highlight. Thompson going to take it. And, well, can we manage to win the ball back and maybe try and find an equaliser and potentially a very late winner if we manage to score here? But Shoge's on the ball. We managed to retain possession after his poor header. Jonathan Olsen's on it. Throws a long ball up. Kettler can't quite get there, but Samikwi finds it. Bags his hat-trick, his 14th of the season. Kettler did actually get there. I thought that came off of their player. My mistake, doing a bit of injustice there. But, well, the long ball up was absolutely excellent. In this case, if Kettler did get it, he did actually. He did very well to outjump the centre-half. Their defender got a little touch on it. Nothing he could do, though, to get it out of the path of Samikwi. Bangs home, does a little forwards roll, like a child. I don't know why he did that. That was weird. But a very late throw. Fundal Ryberg to Samikwi. Whips into the box. Landholm shoots. It goes over. A left-back trying a volley like that. Extremely ambitious. But it looks like that's going to be full-time. They have a throw-in up in our half. Landholm heads clear. And that is going to be a 4-4 draw. We've had a lot of high-scoring draws in this league. That's one thing that's really stuck with me. We've had another 4-4. We had a 3-3, I remember. I don't think we played badly. I'm going to say it was unlucky. We were pretty much the better team. It's just defensive errors, goalkeeping errors, and overall just a very poor second half. Really let us down, to be honest. Just a poor defensive second half. Really didn't let us see that out as we would have liked to, I think. I mean, if you score 4 goals and don't win, something's wrong with your defence. It's that straightforward, really. And that means, well, 5th is the highest we can finish. We can potentially drop down to 6th. We're not going to drop down to 7th, because even if they win, there's a 10 goal difference that's got to be overturned. And that's not going to happen. Who did Tavakas play? Is it anyone good? It shouldn't matter. We play the team that came in for me halfway through the season. We play Oddevold. We need to beat them, really. Do they still have anything to play for? No, not at all. They're down. At Videbugs do, though. Good for them. So, here we are then, for the game against IK Oddevold. Potentially our last match in charge of Torslanda. It's quite sad, really. I've really enjoyed managing them. They've been a great team. Things have obviously gone very well. We've exceeded expectations massively in both seasons. And there's just a lot of really positive moments I have associated with this club. And it's really nice. And I do feel like it's time to move on and we can potentially move upwards, but I have really enjoyed managing them. So the lineup today, exactly the same as the last game, but with Massey instead of Anton Eriksson. Obviously, Eriksson is injured. In case you were wondering, he is out for 5 to 6 weeks, or 2 to 4 now. It's, obviously a little bit of time's passed. Obviously, either way, that won't affect us. If we end up staying here, it's the end of the season. And if we don't, then we're not here. But we will submit the team and get stuck into things. And, well, a little bit... I'm a bit upset, really, to be potentially leaving them. Let's make the most of this last game, shall we? Let's go out and let's have a properly good performance that sums up our time here as just a very positive experience. These fans have been fantastic for us all season. Go out there and give them one last performance to cheer for. Sjoberg, Fundal Ryberg, Brahimi and Kettler all loved it. Let's get out there and let's have a good last game. Throw in to us, 15 minutes in, Landholm up to Kettler, puts it into the box, but we can't win the cross, but we're still in possession. Jonathan Olsen out wide to Landholm, puts in the long ball, Lindroth goes for goal, it just whizzes wide of the post. It's not a bad effort, it was, it's decent. We've had more of the shots, we've had the only shot on target of the game, but that's 6 shots, 1 on target, worrying. Samikwi's picked up a bit of a knock, it's only a gashed lower leg, he should be fine to kick on, I reckon, but it's a bit of a worry. Let's hopefully keep him out there. Brahimi's going to take a corner. He puts it into the box. Jonathan Olsen goes for goal, but it's saved by Gustafsson. And, well, hopefully we can win this ball, maybe? Maybe? Yes, Skoog wins it. Brahimi, come on, let's work a good goal. Let's hopefully work a good goal. That's not the way to do that. They're on the ball. Maido pumps up, and they are in behind our defence. Silmani's on it. He goes for it. Over the bar. We got away with that there, definitely. One of their only shots of the match so far, though. We've shut them out quite nicely once again because we just are so good at retaining possession. Fundel Ryberg goes for a throw up. It's won by them, but we retain possession. And well, Fundel Ryberg out on the right flank. He's going to put in a cross. Kettler can't get there though. They're in possession again. Salmani, long ball. Issa's in front of goal. He's going to strike. Sjoberg keeps out. Well done to him. It's a good save. I've been a bit harsh on him lately, but that was very well done. But Kruger puts up a long ball. They're in possession and they... It's weird, really, because we've had more of the chances according to the stats, but from what we've seen, it's definitely been more them. And Issa definitely, well, from what we've seen, you'd say that was deserved, that they go in front here. It's a good strike, and yeah, they're 1-0 up. Not the way we want to end our last match of the season. Let's turn this around. Let's have a good half-time team talk. Let's be assertive and say, show me something else. A few players look motivated, mostly our attacking players, and a couple of our defensive ones, our goalkeeper and our right back. Still plenty of time for us here to try and come back into this game. Let's hopefully do that. We have a corner. Brahimi's going to take. Can we get something from this? They head up, but we maintain possession. Brahimi back on it in this corner. Oh, the pass is awful. He should have just tried to go for the box. At least there was a chance we could have won something. The ball goes up. Oh, we tried to slide it away, but Issa gets there. It wasn't really very good by Nasir, and he manages to bag himself a goal. This is disappointing. I was hoping for a proper, like, a last hurrah kind of situation. We could go out, you know, put an awful team in the bin, but we can beat top teams. We can beat the good teams. We just can't beat these and Hasselholm and all the other teams that we lost to this year that were, well, rubbish. Let's make a change. There's only one man to bring on, really, in this sort of situation. Anton Salahu has to make an appearance. We'll bring him on for Samikwi because he has that injury. And... well, can he do anything in his final game, potentially under us as manager? It'd be weird if we did all of this and then ended up staying here for another year, as they have a free kick in our, well, potentially dangerous one. Sjoberg keeps out. Will this carry on, or will that be the end of the highlight? It will fade out. And, well, at least we're not Lunds, because they've just scored an own goal. Goes up, though. Well, Nasir's been set... No, just a... Yep. Nasir's been sent off. Sometimes you just can't help but laugh. Sorry, you just can't. I'm going to bring Brahimi off. Probably our best signing this year. I've really enjoyed using Brahimi. We nicked him off of... who was it? Who did we nick him off of? Savadalans, I think. We'll bring on Nelson. He was quite good for us at the back end of last year when we stopped playing Bergman. And, well, this is all... a bit anticlimactic, but wait, a late throw in Fundel Ryberg to Salahu. Fundel Ryberg, come on, can we at least get a goal? Salahu's on it, gives it to Fundel Ryberg, to Jonathan Olsen, to Massey. He strikes, he scores. It's only his second of the season. That's it, you pick that ball up. Let's fight our way back into this game. 7 minutes to go, and there's still time for us to potentially mount a late comeback as Salahu's on the ball. And, well, this is a replay. I'm an idiot. But Massey scores very nicely. Like I said, only his second of the season. It's good to see, though. We've at least got one back. Hopefully, still a bit of time left. It's ticking away quickly, though. 4 minutes of added time, and it's not looking like there's going to be any last-minute equalisers, any late rays of sunshine onto this game. It's a 2-1 defeat to Oddevold. Not good results, really, in the last episode, is it? But I don't want to be aggressive. I'm going to say... I don't want to get them annoyed at me. Oh, there we go. It would have been a nice win, but it wasn't to be. They're all relaxed. They're all motivated. They've gained confidence. It's the response we wanted, really, on what could potentially be our leaving note. Hopefully, whoever was below us didn't win, so we can stay in 5th. That would be nice. Hopefully. I don't want to finish 6th, really. That would be, you know, a bit dreadful. Hopefully Lunds didn't win by 9 goals, so we definitely don't finish 7th. That would be a disaster. But 6th would still be a good finish if we did end up there. It's not continuing, sorry, I'm trying to keep us going. No, we did finish 6th. That's annoying. 5th was our spot for most of this season, now we didn't get it. But a 6th place finish, predicted to finish 14th, I think it's something we can be very, very proud of, to be honest. We've done well for ourselves, and yeah, we've really have proved that we deserve to be in this division after a promotion which came out of nowhere. We have proved that we belong here, and it's a great sign, really. We've done quite well for ourselves, and I'm happy with how this season's gone. So, that does wrap everything up. And Samik was injured, Nasir's banned. This is a disaster. But let's go and take a quick look at the player stats. Journeyman is the 8th top goal scorer. I absolutely love that. 14 goals in 11 starts and 7 substitute appearances. 14 goals in 24 shots. A goal every 76 minutes he was on the pitch. What a performance from him at the back end of this season, in the second half of this season. He's done incredibly well for himself. I'm glad we started utilising him because I think it sort of turned us around a little bit when we were struggling for goals. He was only 3 goals off of being the top goal scorer in the league. If he'd have been top goal scorer, that would have actually been funny. That would have been legitimately funny. Where did Bays finish up? He was top goal scorer for ages. Oh, he finished down here, just above Samikwi. Fair play to him. He did alright for a midfielder playing striker. But, is there anything else we're really interested in? Assists, we didn't really get anyone on there. Where's the highest rated? Kettler on 8. That's pretty good. He had a good season actually, Marcus Kettler, compared to last year. 12 goals and 8 assists for him. Certainly can't fault that. 14 goals and 4 assists for Samikwi, and 6 goals and 4 assists for Anton Salah, who unfortunately could not replicate last season's form. He was still alright. A 6.83 average rating is, it's not dreadful by any means. It just wasn't as good as he was last year, which is unfortunate for him. One player who really did step up well, though, from the last season is Jonathan Olsen. Played 14 games for us. Didn't start off starting, but he really earned his spot in the end. 7.53 average rating, one of the highest in our team. If it wasn't for Samikwi's late rise, he would have been up there. The 2 fullbacks, again, carried themselves forward very well, both getting over a 7. Florian Brahimi proved to be a good signing on a 7.01. And overall, I think the team in general played pretty well. Gustav Lindroth, quite unfortunate to drop below the 7 mark, really. He was there for most of the season. Marcus Kettler got over it as well, just in case you weren't aware. Other than that, nothing really to talk about. David Asmar got a 6.87 average, which is exactly the same as Sjoberg, so we dropped them for no reason. But, well, there's a big decision to be made now. I don't know what I'm going to do. I have to go and figure out whether to stay, whether there's a good option to move, whether I can actually get those options. I'm going to go and do all that off camera. Now, tomorrow's video will be the same as the start of every season. It will be a double upload. So we will have a little run through of the team and what's changed and maybe where we are. And then the next video, the second video of tomorrow, will be the first 2 games of the season. So I will meet you back there for that tomorrow. That will be going up at 5:30. And yeah, you can subscribe if you want to get it in your feed, whichever one you prefer. Question of the day is a pretty simple one. How have you found this save so far? How have you found this series? What have you liked? What don't you like? Is there anything you would change? I'm not promising if you say you want something to change, it'll happen, but I do value your feedback, and I really want to know sort of, yeah, now that we're a good bit in, we've played a few seasons, we've had some success, we've had some failures. Really, what do you think of this save? I'm just curious, to be honest. I want to know how I can make this better. So, yeah. I hope to see you all tomorrow. Have a great night. Thank you for sticking with the series. If you've been watching, I know some people have binge-watched entire series in days. There's one guy, I really wish I remembered your name. I'm going to go and find it. Hold on, just give me a second. Trenner's LP, right? He went through about 30 videos in a day or something crazy and left comments on a load of them. And that's mad. That's actually mad. Someone's doing that to my content. That's crazy. That's blowing my mind. Thank you so much to everyone who's supported this so far. I'm honestly having so much fun with it, and it's great to see it grow. I hope you'll stick with it as we move on. I'll see you all tomorrow. This has been going on ages. Have a great night. Goodbye.